All I'm saying.
I'm going to black heaven because I'm not going to black hell. I'm good. Like, I was like, dude, based on this heat right here, I am good. And the way that it get hot in Alabama during the summertime, and, like, you can see the heat rising up off the asphalt, I'm good. Like, I don't want to be there.
All I'm saying is.
Like, send me a can phone because I'll talk to you that way, Tom. But coming down there with you, I'm good.
I'm
We're going to do a Skype session and see number flames in the back.
Exactly. Like, what up, Tom?
I'm telling you, I'm going to do a first live on-air interview with Satan himself. I want to hear his side of the story of why he said, fuck heaven.
You could be down there. That'll be you. All you by yourself. I'm good.
It'll be good.
We'll still be doing TDR the same way via the phone. Cause ain't no way I'm coming down here.
No, we gonna have the show. We gonna record in purgatory. That way it's neutral ground. Just chilling purgatory.
Oh my God.
You done thought this too far out now, Toe.
I'm not even thinking at all.
TDR probably own 40 acres in the hill by now too. I'm sure we do. As many lives we did probably.
Yeah, I was just say all y'all coming with me just by default. By association.
Yeah, I know myself. Like, I'm denouncing
Tasha, we going just based on the fact that we perverts. You know, perverts don't make it over. Perverts don't make it over.
Like, what's going to happen is we're going to get up to the gate. This is how I picture it being. You're going to be in line, right? And each person that walks up is going to be like this big old flat screen TV or like, you know, those projectors. And God's going to replay all the times you fucked up on this projector. And this is why you ain't getting in. That's how I picture it being.
My shit gonna be
but
4
the
days.
flashback, though, but the stuff that happens on that screen, though, they're going to have to close everybody's eyes. I swear they are.
I
don't even want to see mine.
Mine's going to be a mini-series. Mine will definitely be a mini-series. Like it's going to break.
And then he's going to pause it. He's going to be like, see, right here, pause, is where you definitely fucked up. And then that's where you're going to fall out the sky and shit and go down.
I'm going to call God a perv for some of the shit he show. It's like, nigga, you a perv for even sitting there watching this. You disgust me, dog.
Yeah, he definitely going to kick you down. Mm-hmm.
I'm already accepting. Like, I've accepted to this day. I'm going to talk to hologram Jesus and let him know that, like...
Hologram Jesus.
Because I'm going to tell him, dog, white Jesus play too much. Black Jesus owe me money. You know, Buddha ain't trying to hear nothing. He got his headphones on. Tupac owe me $5.
He's going to be like, what's his face on Boondocks when he went to that picnic?
Just saying.
That's what I ain't seen in a while, Boondocks.
He stood up at that picnic. He stood up at that picnic and he was like, what the heck did he say in his dream? He said something about and the government caused 9/11. He's like something about Black Jesus. Jesus is black.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Jesus is black. Ronald Reagan is the devil, and the government. Them white people at that picnic went crazy. They was like, oh.
Like he
Daddy. He said, Jesus is black. Ronald Reagan is the devil. The government caused 9/11. Some people went nuts at that picnic.
Just saying.
Oh,
Life is a beautiful thing.
But when the white people listen, but for real, when the white people find out that Jesus is black, they is really gonna be mad as hell.
Man, they're gonna denounce Christianity as a whole.
They already know, dude. Y'all know they already know Jesus is black though, for real. That's why they had to lie to begin with. They knew that nigga was black. That's why they went and painted a picture of Caesar's son as white Jesus. For real, look it up. The picture of the Jesus is actually Caesar's son. So, fuck him. Enough about Jesus and sex in heaven and hell, because we going to hell regardless. And I'm telling you, hell
going to hell.
Sex either. But let's talk about
I'm
Satan.
not going to hell with y'all.
You going on your own. You got your own little railroad ticket. I ain't even worried about that.
You know what?
Speaking of,
we were speaking on sex, but since we don't know if we can have sex in heaven or not, but we know we can have sex right now, today on this earth. And then what we're going to talk about is keeping it spicy in the bedroom. Like, what are some ways? Like, when you hear, let's spice it up in the bedroom, what comes to mind?
I got to hear what y'all got to say, because y'all just nasty, so.
Keeping it spicy in the bedroom. I don't know. Listen, all I got to say is I don't know.
You
Keep it
don't know.
freaky.
You don't know
Do
all that.
everything.
Where the hell's Seneca at?
You got to be open. You got to be open.
Oh, okay. So I was saying, you don't know? Oh, okay. All right. Got that.
I just say you got to go.
Where the hell's Seneca at? She all quiet
okay,
now.
so listen.
He probably
ain't
got a big Mac.
You have to do everything. Like, you can't hold back. Like, to keep it spicy, you just have to do everything. Role play, all of that.
Yeah, but what if you get a mate that's not into everything? Like, they scared of that because they ain't about that life. Like, you know, some people...
You got to find out.
Right.
Yeah, you find out what your... I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You can go ahead, Mia.
I was going to say, it's like 50 Shades of Grey. Old girl didn't know nothing about what about him being like, or somebody being a dominant.
Oh, yeah.
She damn near didn't really know anything about sex. But he most definitely, like, taught her how he got down. And after he taught her the first time, she loved it. Like, she craved it even more.
Because she didn't know no better. Like, you got to be careful. You got to be careful what you do with certain people. Because it's cool to keep it spicy in the bedroom, but you can't give them that awesome D and that tremendous head the very first couple of times y'all get down, though. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem with society right now. They judge their relationship off of the first couple of times you have sex. Yeah. But you can't give them that greatness right away, because you either A, will eventually get to the point where it has to be this greatness every single time, or you're going to get bored, or you're going to create somebody extremely crazy and someone extremely paranoid, because when you don't want to do it or you're not in the mood to do it, they're going to assume you're doing it to somebody else, because it's one of those, this dick is too bomb for somebody not to be getting it. And since I'm not getting it, they're going to assume somebody else is getting it. So you can't do that right away. You can't just go ahead and start eating the pussy with a Starburst. You can't do that out the door. I'm just...
How you do that?
On what? On what, Tom? On what?
I never... Well, how do you do that? I need to write this down.
This is not something that came from me directly.
But you got to chew a Starburst. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh, you got to chew it first?
The host of the Definitely Fresh show
to make a Starburst. Listen, to make a Starburst, it shouldn't like leave. You have to chew it. So how the hell can you do that with a Starburst?
Right.
Now with a Jolly Rancher, you might could do it.
You can do it with a Starburst.
Not a Starburst.
Yesterday, this came in actually pretty great. Yesterday, the host of the Definitely Fresh show, Mr. Young Fresh, has been starting this little post feed he's been doing on his page about, real nigga shit. And he basically posted that if a chick gets down with you eating that thing with a Starburst, she might be more than just wifey material. You might want to keep that one on deck. Basically, several girls who also attended the conversation as well gave a lot of different things that they are into or they have heard, so they want to protect themselves, that you could do in the bedroom to spice things up. A Starburst was one of them. Now, for a girl, yes, like you said, how would you do it? It'd be kind of interesting. You got to figure it out. But for a guy, so like if you're doing it to a guy, a Starburst might definitely be beneficial to you. Put some flavor on the dick. Let's be honest here. Okay?
Yeah.
One of them also indicated that you, depending on how your body is made, by placing the Starburst in the entrance of the vaginal passage and allowing him to, in so many words, get it out with his tongue, brings forth great enjoyment to you as well.
I'm afraid of that shit, though.
Right, and I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, first of all, y'all just too damn nasty for me. Number two, what kind of effect does that have on y'all body?
Yeah.
But another one brung up a very interesting one that really kind of freaked me out was popsicles, certain types of popsicles, when placed up in there and allowed to melt a little bit because of the body heat, and him drinking of said melted popsicle while performing the act was definitely something that brings forth great enjoyment in the bedroom, especially being the fact that the cold chill, the shock y'all get from the cold, brings out a level of sensation for y'all that goes above and beyond anything you've ever had before. So I'm just saying, a couple of things, you extra freaky people might want to take a look at.
Yeah, that's the next level. I gotta write that popsicle one down. Hold on, popsicle in the vagina.
What?
I can do that.
She really wrote it down, people.
Well, it's like I put up a stat, I think it was last week, on speaking of like the 50 Shades of Grey and all that, like having blindfolded sex. And I got some interesting responses to that stat. Like there were a lot of people, well, I won't say a lot, but there were a good amount that they have done it and they enjoyed it. And there were a few that said they want to try it, but they haven't either found the person that they're comfortable enough with to try that, or they tried it and it was just odd. So they're like, no, I'm not really with it. But a lot of it had to do with people being afraid to try something like that. They're like, no, if someone blindfolds me and I can't see, and what if they do this to me, what if they do that? So it's like all about being comfortable enough. And yes, I would definitely recommend it being with someone that you trust, because they're blindfolding. You can't see.
You definitely have to trust whoever you decide to live that life with, because number one, dudes, I'm going to tell you this right now, all right? Don't be a dude who tends to have multiple chicks in your life and then you want to blindfold, because you might turn around and be basically exposed and don't even realize it.
Yeah.
You take your blindfold off and your bitch stand in front of you with a Phi Beta Sigma paddle ready to whoop your ass because she found out about Shanique.
Well, damn, a Phi Beta Sigma paddle? What the fuck?
I know.
Damn. Oh, I'm picturing that shit in my head.
That's a random ass. Why did you pick that random ass fraternity?
Because my people's is from that. You know, I was supposed to be a part of that fraternity until I decided
to
go
I forgot.
instead.
I totally forgot, yeah.
So it's not random.
Shout out to Phi Beta Sigma. We love y'all.
Shout out.
Not random.
Hey.
But I'm just saying, y'all got to be careful with that. Like, I barely trust people, period. So I'm not about to let you blindfold me.
Why? It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun, and it really does heighten. Like the orgasms are much more intense, and I'm trying to still figure out the correlation as to why that is. I mean, you still
don't know. You don't
but
know.
they say that the reason why it's so exciting is because you don't know. Like, it's kind of like being on a roller coaster. The reason why your adrenaline pumps so much when you're on a roller coaster is because you don't really know the drops and all that kind of stuff. So it's like being on a roller coaster. Right. You don't really know what's ahead. Like, you don't know what he's going to do. You don't know if he's going to suck your kitties or eat pussy or whatever. You don't know that. So because you don't know, that's what.
All right. And then the scientific reason behind it is mankind has 5 senses. And if anybody knows that if you ever lose any one of your senses, the other 4 get stronger. So when you take away sight, things like touch, taste, feel, smell, those kick in. I mean, those kick in hard. So then all of a sudden, here we are. Anything that touches you, you're going to really feel the sensation in regards to it. Whatever type of scent that's going on in the room, it's really going to get under your nose. All these things are going to get stronger and they're going to get better. And if you really trust your mate, or let's put it like this, you know how your mate gets down, your mind really starts to get to running. Or what he's doing, or what this is, or what's touching you, or what spot is he going to go for. Because I know me. If I'm blindfolding you, I'm going to mess with your inner thigh the whole entire time. Because it's like, I'm going for the pussy, but I'm not going for the pussy. So that whole entire sensation in that area is going to drive you crazy. and I'm not going to waste no food on you. So if you feel anything touching you, you're going to really wonder, like, what is this? This is not his hands. I know how coarse his fingertips are. This is not his fingertips. What is this? What's going on? Oh, my God, this shit is weird.